So Prahlad Maharaj is meeting his friends and is saying, Kaumaram Acharit. This children, Prahlad Maharaj attempt to his life was there. Continuously, they could not kill him. Instead of being disturbed, he was very peaceful. And then, when he was giving lunch break, he was getting some, some time. He was instructing his classmates. They all wanted to play. Whenever in the school there is a lunch break, you want to go to play or we get time. They all want to play, but he's sitting very peacefully. So they all come to him, and he is very beautiful. He's very, very gentle, and at the same time, he is the son of the king. So everybody is attracted to him. And they say, "Why are you not playing with us?" So Prahlad Maharaj gives instructions, and his instruction penetrated the heart of the boys, and all became devotees. So let us see what are the instructions. Shri Praharadu Vacha Kaumaramacharet pragno dharman bhagvataniha dullabam manusham janma tadapi adruvam artadam. It's a very important instruction. It says Kaumaram acharet pragno, the right in the childhood, 761. Right in the childhood, we should begin devotion service. Kaumaram. What we should begin? Dharman Bhagavatam here. Bhagavad Dharma, the science of devotion service, we should start learning right from the childhood. Kaumara means 5-year age. There are so many ways, divisions in the Vedic time. Kaumara, Kishora. The Kaumara is 5. He said right from childhood, not late. एक बारी क्या हुआ, एक इस्कॉन के बड़े प्रीचर हैं आपके, वही वृंदावन चंद्र प्रभु, उनका लेक्चर सुना था मैंने. तो एक बारी वो कहीं प्रवचन करने गए, तो क्या हुआ, उधर कोई मेडिकल प्लेस था, तो एक नर्स बोल दी जोर से. तो जनरली जिनको प्रवचन कर रहे थे बच्चे थे, तो नर्स बोली, ये सब स्वामी जी जो बोल रहे हैं तो बुढ़ापे में सुनने की चीज़ है. तो ठीक है, तो जाके प्रवचन शुरू किया कि आप जो वैक्सीनेशन देते ना, बुढ़ापे में देना चाहिए. बच्चों लोग, ये वैक्सीनेशन अभी नहीं लेना, बुढ़ापे में लेना. तो डॉक्टर आ गया, आप क्या सिखा रहे हैं गलत चीज़. तो वही तो चीज़ आप भी बोल रहे थे, ये जब ज्ञान है बुढ़ापे में सीख के क्या फ़ायदा होगा, बचपन में सीखेंगे तो पूरा ज़िंदगी ठीक से चलेगा. The same way people think these things are for the old age. 90% people think spiritual knowledge is for old age. It's not for old age. Childhood. Kaumaram acharet pragno dharman bhagavatam iha. This Bhagavad Dharma should begin from childhood. Dullabam manusham janma. Dullabam. This human birth is dullabha. It's very, very rare. Manusha janma. Human birth is very rare. Tadapi adhruvam. Even though it is temporary. Adhruva means it is temporary. Arthadam, it is very, very valuable. So this should begin right from childhood. So he's saying, now we'll play. Don't play. Now you start devotion service. Why? Human life is very rare. Don't waste it away. No, it's temporary. It's temporary. Arthadam, it's valuable. That's what I was defeating Mayavada Tattva. Mayavada you can defeat from this shloka. This is word is illusion. It is illusion. It is not illusion, it's temporary. So anyway, no, not anyway, it is very useful. It is very useful. They say this is useless, not useless. Just like a flower lying on the tree. It's temporary, no problem. It is valuable. I can offer it to Krishna, and even though flower is temporary, I can get eternal benefit from that flower. My benefit, even though temporary body, I can create eternal benefit by offering devotion service through this temporary body and the temporary material world. We can get eternal benefit. So he's saying, adhruvam arthatam. So very nice. So 5 shlokas, very nice. Yatahi purusheha vishnoho pado parshanam yad esha sarvabhutanam priya atmeshwaraha suhrit. So he says, human life is a chance to return home back to God, and therefore every living entity, especially the human form of life, must engage in devotional service to the lotus feet of Vishnu. The devotional service is natural because Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the most beloved, the master of the soul, and the well-wisher of all the living entities. It is very natural. The service to God is very natural. So it's not that we have to think, okay, how when I sit in front of Krishna, how will I have a devotion? No. Naturally awaken. Therefore, we should continue with our sadhana and purification. When the purification is there, the love of Krishna, which is natural, lying dormant, will awaken in the heart. It's not that I will have to think. Therefore, Gaur Krishna Babaji also Maharaj said many times, don't artificially jump into spiritual sentiments. Keep chanting. It will come. That becomes sahajiya. Sahajiya means artificially hold big spiritual sentiment. Don't do it. Just keep chanting. It will all come. Okay? We should naturally, it will come. Is the most beloved and the well-wisher. Is the devotion service is natural. It is natural. It is their part of the living entity. It is not artificial. It will naturally come within the heart. It is not artificial. It will be so pleasing. Sukam aindrikam daitya deha yogena dehinam sarvatra labhyate deva yata dukam ayatnataha. So very nice shloka. In this shloka also some beautiful knowledge is there. It says, Sukam Aidirikam Daitya Dehu Yogena Dehinam. The sense gratification which we get. So he said, human life, engage in Bhagavad Dharma, devotion service. Why? Human life is very rare. Then is it very difficult? It's not very difficult, it's natural. Correct? The second shloka. Now he's saying, anyway, what are you doing? We are not doing devotion, we are doing sense gratification. So he's not countering that. He says the sense gratification that you can have in any form of life. This interaction of senses, the sense object, can obtain in any form of life. Animals are also sarva yoga. This is very, very important, this point. Sarvatra labhyate daivad. Sarvatra labhyate daivad. It's available everywhere. Even dogs have it, cat have it, everybody has. So what's so excited about sense gratification now? Sarvatra labhyate daivad. It's available everywhere. I gave many times an example when I joined as a brahmachari. Many times I told that. I was sitting in a railway station and the same stupid sex desire was disturbing. Mine was irritated. Suddenly I saw a monkey. He embraced a female monkey forcefully and started doing that same kitch pitch. I started thinking, that's all. I also want that's all. I don't have anything else in my life? It gave me a lot of renunciation. Sarvatra labhyate daivat. If you see every animal, every dog is doing that. What's so big deal about it? So he's saying, what's so great about it? Sarvatra labhyate daivat yata dukkam ayatnata. Same way, just like we do not invite distress. Distress just comes to us. So happiness also will come to us. We do not have to plan. It will just come. Tata prayaso na kartavyo yatarayo vivahaparam na tata vindate shemam mukunda charanambujam. Endeavors merely for sense gratification or material happiness or economic development are not to be performed, for they result only in the loss of time and energy with no actual profit. If one's endeavors are directed towards Krishna consciousness, one can surely attain the spiritual platform of self-realization. There is no such benefit from engaging oneself in economic development. So what is happening here? We are meditating on the 5 important instructions given by Prahlad Maharaj to his classmates. Just to recap, the first instruction is very famous shloka. Many a time we go to people who say, you begin Krishna consciousness. They say it's an old age. Not in young time. Abhi ye thodi, this is not the time. That's what people say. It's too early. Now you are young, you enjoy. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, no. He's saying, Kaumaram acharet pragno. From childhood we should begin. What we should begin? Dharman Bhagavatam hiya. This Bhagavad Dharma we should begin in childhood. Why? Dullabam Manusham Janma. Because human life is very, very rare. Even though it is temporary. Adhruvam. Arthadam. It's very valuable. So Mayavadis look at this world, they say this world is illusion. We say this world is not illusion, it is temporary. And through the temporary world, we can get eternal benefit. Therefore, this world is very valuable. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Arthadam. My body is temporary, but I can use it to serve Krishna. Okay, that was first instruction. And the second instruction is Yata Purushasya Vishnu Padapo Parshanam Yata Esha Sarva Bhutanam Priya Atmeshwara Surhet. The second one says that our devotion service to Krishna is very natural. It is not difficult. It is very, very natural. It's not artificial at all. Therefore, as we keep chanting, naturally love of Krishna will come out. We should not artificially try to have spiritual symptoms. That is called sahajiya. That is making it cheap. But when you sincerely do devotion service, automatically love for Krishna will fructify from the core of the heart. Then the third one is says, Sukham aindirkam daitya dehi yogena deviyan sarvatra labhate deva dita dukkam ayatnataha. He says we should begin in childhood with the first shloka. Second shloka is said, do devotion service that is natural. Third shloka is saying, anyway, what are you doing? You're doing sense gratification. So sense gratification that you are doing, it's available even for animals. What is the big deal about it? What is so special about it? Just like if I have a mobile, I should think what is the best use of this mobile. I can use a mobile as a paperweight. But is that the best use? That's not the best use. So human body, when you look at mirror, we know it's different. So we should think what is the best use of this body. Using it for sense gratification is like using a mobile for paperweight. So the mobile works as the paperweight. Mobile works as a paperweight. But that is not the best use. The same way human body can do sense gratification. But that is not the best use. Okay. So Prahlad Maharaj says, don't work for material happiness because it will come to you just like distress comes uninvited. We don't invite distress, it comes. Same way happiness will come on its own. Then he says in the fourth verse, tat prayaso na kartavyo yata ayu vyaha param nata vindate kshemam mukunda charanam bhujam. Now we come to the fourth shloka. So he says, don't work for economic development. Whole society, people are working hard for economic development. One person is making a skyscraper. One person is making a skyscraper, big building. So somebody asked him, why you are making this building? He said, no, when I make the building, I'll burn it. When I make the building, I'll burn it. Burn it. The same way, we are also trying to have big comforts in this life, but finally the body will be burned. He's a madman. Mad person. Yeah. So we are also trying to make the body comfortable, but the body has to be burned very soon. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, endeavor for economic development is a waste of time. If he says, if you endeavor for Krishna consciousness, you can attain the spiritual platform. So endeavor is there. This endeavor should not be for sense gratification. Endeavor should be for spiritual advancement. Then he concludes in the fifth verse, Tato yatet kushalaha Shemaya bhavam ashitaha Shariram paurusham yavan Na vipadyeta pushkalam. Therefore, while in material existence, bhava ashita, person fully competent to distinguish wrong from right, but endeavor to achieve the highest goal of life as long as the body is stout and strong and is not embarrassed by dwindling. So till we have body has any health, we should try to engage it in spiritual development. Now Prahlad Maharaj after this makes a very beautiful analogy. He divides our life of 100 years. He says first 20 years are wasted. Because first 10 years, child is practically mad. Only parents can make some meaning out of it. But the activity is meaningless. Just running around, meaningless. Spiritually, it's meaningless. Simply jumping here. The 10 years to 20 years, next 10 years, he's just playing sports. Again, waste. He's very playful. So spiritually waste. First 20 years are spiritually wasted. Last 20 years, if we live 80 to 100 years, the body is not cooperating. So that is also gone. So remaining is 60 years. 50% of that time we are sleeping. Particularly persons whose senses are uncontrolled, he sleeps 12 hours. So remaining is only 30 years. And in that time he is busy with wife, child. He becomes very agitated when he hears the broken word of the child, pa, pa, or when he hears the wife's sweet voice. So that time is also gone. So there is practically people, he compares Asa to a silkworm who traps inside himself in the cocoon. So all the friends of Prahlad Maharaj hear all this. And then what happens to them? They become totally convinced. And then they also start dancing with him. And imagine this he is doing. His life is in risk and he is doing this. He's totally fearless. Because he was speaking Krishna consciousness, his father became so angry. He tried to kill him. And then he was sent to Gurukul to brainwash him. Instead of the teachers brainwashing him, he brainwashed the mind of all the friends. Somebody told Prabhupada, why are you brainwashing people? Prabhupada said, yes, the brains in America are so dirty they need to be washed. So we can see Prahlad Maharaj, such a successful preacher. The children of demons were not so polluted into sinful activities. So he is an ideal, our guru, and a wonderful example. Prahlad Maharaj is our guru. Prabhupada said he is a guru and a perfect example. No way his bhakti could have been stopped. Srila Prahlad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.